Hot and dry, a little drier, and quiet is the best news as we start hurricane season.
Yeah, we like to see these words behind us. No development expected. Now, I know there's some posts floating around showing the GFS model, but listen, when it comes to hurricane models, you need to look at all of them. You can't just solo out one. The GFS does like to be a little bit ambitious and kind of spin things up and get everybody excited, but I'm telling you right now, we have Saharan dust on the way, so we are looking fine the next several days. Now, in the Pacific, they did have their first named storm, but we're not going to get into that. All right, here's the Saharan dust. So that is traveling over into the Caribbean by Wednesday, especially the first plume of it, or major plume of it. And we have another plume of it that will be on the way. Now, we do have a Bermuda high that's going to spin some of that dust across our area. So by next weekend, some of you may notice a little bit of that dust in the sky. It may appear hazy at times, kind of that milky look to the sky. And if you're somebody that suffers from allergies or you have respiratory issues, you may have a little bit of a tickle or feel disturbed with this dust. It can spark up some respiratory issues for sensitive groups, so just be aware of that. Now, one thing that's not looking good would be the water temperature. This is the major player here, one of the major players when it comes to tropical development. Once we have temperatures in sea surface temperatures above 80 degrees, well, that's the prime environment for these systems to bubble up. Now, like I said, the Saharan dust is kind of helping to dry that air mass out. We have to have these systems that are stacked, and we also have to have lighter winds as well, which if you were watching some of our hurricane coverage or the season outlook coverage lately, we've been telling you how we moved from this pattern where we're in an ENSO neutral pattern, and we will stay that way for the rest of the season, meaning that winds will be on the lighter side. But again, for now, we are looking okay. And while it's quiet, I suggest to you, do these three things. These are the three basics here when it comes to preparing. Get your emergency kit, secure your home, and make sure you have an evacuation plan. If your evacuation plan includes a bridge that may be closed or a roadway that's washed out, well, I hope you have a backup plan too. And anybody that's special needs, or if you have pets and you're planning to go to a shelter or you're looking into shelter options, make sure they accommodate your special needs and make sure that they accept pets as well. All right, getting back into weather currently, we have satellite radar here. That's that front that moved through recently, still draped over the southern end of the peninsula, and that gave just enough moisture and lift for a few storms to fire up earlier today, mainly across Polk County and Highlands County, the two favorites, right? The favorite children lately, getting that rain, receiving the rain that we really could use across our coastal areas a little bit more. In the recent days, we did have nice substantial rain helping us out, but we are still in a drought for portions of those areas closer to the coast. Temperatures right now, we're sitting in the mid to upper 80s. We do have some cooler 80s out there in Sebring and Frostproof. Many of you probably noticed a little drop in humidity today once that front moved through, but the humidity will be on the increase as we move into the upcoming week. 76 for tonight, a few clouds out there, and for Futurecast overnight into tomorrow morning, again, we may see some of that rain spring up across the southern areas. That's all for today. Pretty much staying south because that's where the front is draped. Now, moving into this upcoming week, we do have a plethora of rain on the way, mainly for Wednesday and Thursday, and we could accumulate another inch, 2 inches to 3 inches. 3 inches more so for areas that's south of I-4. Finally, on your 7-day forecast here, you're going to see that we have a weather impact alert for Wednesday and Thursday. Nothing too alarming. We just have rounds of rain that will be on the way for both those days. And even though that rain will be beneficial, it will come down in a few good pours. So just be aware those are 2 big days trying to get over the work week hump. And we have that weather impact alert just to bring awareness to that.